Hello, 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 everyone. How are you? Can you hear me? Okay, write a 7.889 in the chat so that I know that you can hear me. Wow, everyone is amazing. Okay, everyone, that sounds good. Everyone is fired up. Everyone is ready to rock and roll, right? Please, if you are in the group and you know, or if you're in business comp, first of all, congratulations. Are you happy? Are you excited? I hope so. We have a lot of coaches who put a lot of time into this to make this the best camp for everyone. If you are in the group and you know and you see that someone is missing, please reach out to this person, because it's very important that everyone is on this call and everyone is listening to what we are saying, because we give you some directives and some tips how to make the best out of this business camp. You have to understand, this business camp helped us in Germany to come from 400,000 points to 1 million points. So it's not the worst. And it helped Randy 3 times or 4 times, so many times, to hit the top rank. It's crazy. She's just hitting ranks like I'm changing my underwear. So it's crazy. And so you know how amazing this business camp is. And I hope everyone is fired up. First of all, the goal of this business camp is help everyone to achieve MVP and MVP multiplier. If you're already hitting it, then it's fine, because then the challenge is, if you are able to do this, then it's about helping others to do the same. Do you understand this? Why is this important? Why we do this all together? Because if we have this business camp and we do it all the same way, with our personality, of course, then we can go out and teach others to do the same. Only then you build a business, because otherwise it's always depending on you. Who's a little bit tired of just, if I'm not working, my check is going down? How about if you have a huge organization which use a system and they grow, even you are on vacation, even you're sleeping? Sounds that great? This is why we, in the last week and month, and yeah, it's almost month, changing the conversation into business and changing the conversation into more and more structure, more and more systems. So, so the goal, I think everyone should be clear, is easily hitting MVP, easily hitting MVP multiplier, and having more business people involved, and then helping them doing the same. And how successful this is, Randy will told you now, or tell you now, if you haven't been in the last Empire call.
Hello, good morning. So for those of you that have missed it, I have done something similar to business camp in my last 2 companies in order to get to the top ranks. So when I saw that Sasha was doing this, like, I was excited. Give it to me, let me translate it. And so this can literally help you build leaders inside of your organization. So like Sasha just said, you are not doing this alone. And so your success in camp is 100% based on you, and if you are showing up and playing full out. So number 1, you want to make sure that you keep the notifications turned on. Now, every pro champ may be running it a tad bit different. Some of us are using a Facebook group, some of us are using a Telegram. So whatever that is, just make sure you keep the notifications on so that you don't miss your daily directives. You don't miss any kind of pop-up trainings, nuggets, anything like that. You want to make sure that you are staying plugged in to this for 2 weeks, all out, like 100% plugged in. Also, for those of you that were on the call yesterday, you heard from my team member, Emily. She just hit her 3rd cycle of MVP in less than 5 weeks. And she also just completed camp yesterday. And so camp has literally helped my team that went through it in the last 2 weeks grow a ton, especially with their mindset. And so this is going to be so good for each of you. But then as more people continue to go through this every month, it's going to help your organization grow huge, deeper and deeper and deeper every single time we do camp. And so just know that It is up to you and how you are showing up to play full out. I encourage you that we will post an image. You will see an image about the different levels that you can show up. Here's what I've noticed. Some of you are immediately coming in and saying, I'm here for 2 weeks and I'm playing at a level 3. And I think that that's where all of your mindset should be. Some of you that are coming in and saying, I'm going to play at a level 1, you're capping yourself. Push yourself, because then you're going to push yourself harder and you'll probably end up showing up at a level 2 instead of a level 1 if you come in at a mindset of a level 3. Does that make sense? So push yourself. Don't come in at the bare minimum. Show up. You can do it for 2 weeks. So I'll let Sasha touch on this a little bit more, but also this is a no excuses 2 weeks. If you do not show up and do the daily directives, if you are not doing at least 3 Facebook Lives a week, if you are not coming inside of the group or the chat every single day and showing up at least with a comment, you are getting removed from camp. This is to help you raise the bar in your business. I posted something earlier today, and when it comes to showing up in sports, like to get picked for that team, you have to show up. When it comes to showing up as a parent, you have to show up or you're neglecting your children. If you have a corporate job, you have to show up or you get fired. So you have to switch your mindset. And for the next 2 weeks, you have to show up in that kind of mentality. And this will literally transform your business.
Exactly. I'm so happy that you come up with the hard boundaries. That's amazing. So I said, oh no, we let Sasha explain that, because then we can blame the bad German about that. But no, I highly agree that, and you have to understand, if you are kicked out of this group or your group, and that has nothing to do with that the coach is not loving you. Nothing at all. It has nothing to do that you are not worth. You are unlimited worth, whatever you're doing and who you are. It has nothing to do with your business. But if it comes to business, we have to change the language a little bit, and we have to create a good behavior, and we cannot reward bad behavior. Sorry for that. There should be no prizes for 8th place. It has to be like, because we are here to help you to develop good habits. And that means showing up, being active in this group. It's just for 2 weeks, guys, girls. 2 weeks means going into the group and comment, cheer to everyone. I had an amazing enlightenment moment when I was I heard a podcast from a guy who did you heard about ayahuasca? I'm sure you heard about ayahuasca. So there's also an African tradition for that. And this ritual is about 14 hours. And it's crazy. So there are people in the middle who are dancing. Then there are people around who play, who holding the space. And that even more around, there are people playing the drum. And there was one guy who was telling the story, and he was the one who said, I was the one who has to play the drum for almost 6 hours. And he was talking to himself, hey, what if I play a little bit, I don't go full energy. And then he realized, if I do this and play not fully the drum, I crash the whole ceremony. Why? Because if I play a little bit with less energy, the people next to me will realize that and they will do the same. If the drums are not the same intensity, the people who holding the space might get a little bit distracted. And if then everything and the people in the middle, they will have not the right experience. That means, and maybe you understand, you are 100% responsible for the success of the business camp. Not only your success, the success of the whole group and the whole empire. So if the empire is not exploding this month, it's your fault. Yeah, Megan George, I see you. I see you. No.
So I also want to give a shout out to all of the pro champs that are stepping up and leading this. I want you to, all of you were invited here by a pro champ. So they are going to let you know if they're using a Facebook group or a Telegram or however they're doing that. We have just translated the information of the high directives daily for them to trickle down to each of you. But give your coach grace. This is the first time we're all running through this together. Is it going to be perfect? No. Is it going to get better each time? Yes. Can you do camp more than once? Yes. But as we are going through this, give your coach grace. But number one, they are showing up for you every single day, giving you high directives. They are going to help you and coach you. That is why there's only 20 people-ish per camp, so that you get one-on-one coaching inside of this group, you know, with your coach. So give them some grace, show up for them just like they're showing up for you.
Yes. So to give you a little bit what will happen. The thing is, like, we have a Notion page and we have a coaching channel. That will be Telegram, that will be a Facebook group. You should be already in this channel. Otherwise, I'm surprised how you found this room. So in this room, all the coaching is happening. If you have question, put that always in the group. The group is your family for the next 2 weeks. The other thing is there's the Notion page, and you should get the link to the Notion page so you can sneak in and look what will be the task for the whole week. Some people need to know that, other people don't want to know that. That is on you. And the next important part is your coach is not responsible for your success. I say it again, your coach is not responsible for your success. Don't walk behind the coach, walk beside the coach. Let you guide a little bit, but take responsible for your business. And one of the most important part is, I hope that all of you feel the next days a little bit exhausted, uncomfortable, far pushed out of the comfort zone. Otherwise, you are not growing. And then if it happened that you're frustrated, fine, enjoy being frustrated, deal with it, because this is part of building a business. Everything is done by intention. If you feel exhausted the next 2 days, fine, but figure it out. Don't say, oh, it's nothing for me. Hey, and I can tell you from my past experience from all the business camps we made, I have one guy, I remember, after 2 days, he quit his first business camp. And then next time he couldn't start, but 1 month's delay, he could take part again. And this time, because he quit because he said, hey, it's too much for me. I started to get depressed, he already said, because I want to achieve everything, but okay, I quit. Okay. But 2 months later, when he was attending, he was one of the best in class because he shifted his mindsets and his behavior about that. And now he's super fired up. But sometimes you have to go through these hard emotions to grow. So everyone be super aware with yourself that, and don't blame, please, the coach for anything. No, please just point on yourself and then handle your emotions. Randy.
So I had my team that completed camp yesterday fill out a Google form with their feedback, and all of the feedback was amazing. They all gave 10 out of 10. They would recommend to someone else, right? And so their biggest feedback is how uncomfortable it made them get and how it habit stacked, meaning they got into the habit of doing all the things they should be doing in their business every single day. But the number one thing that they all said is how uncomfortable they had to get throughout the process. And so I want you to go into that with that mindset that you are ready to step in and get uncomfortable, because that's how each and every single one of you are going to grow every single day in your business. Does anyone have any specific questions? You can put it in the chat box and we can answer them quickly. Also, as I'm waiting for questions, some of the other feedback was, can we do it again? Like they want to just keep repeating it. So it is creating those habits where they just want to keep doing it every single day because they've seen the growth that they've had in their business. No, it's not Zooms every single day. It is high directives posting in whatever channel your coach is using.
Yeah, we will do that. The idea is to have this business camp repeatedly, helping people to achieve that, learning their right habits, and then bring in the new people to help them to learn the same. And that at one point, of course, your champ or your pro champ is not more active in it because other leaders step up and leading this. This is how duplication is working. This is how the old network marketing is working. You have a system, and this you give from the person, from person to person to the next one, and so it's duplicatable. That is the reason why we're doing that. And for the hard boundaries, you can play level 1, 2, and 3, and the lowest level is at least you have to do 3 lives. Till Wednesday, you have to do 3 lives. If you don't do 3 lives, you will be kicked out of the group. Be aware of this. And Randy told me a lot of stuff because she hit 3 times. I just hit 2 times the highest rank, so I have to listen to her. Is it 3 or 4 times? So the amazing part is team up in the group. Even if this person is a sideline, you can do lives together. You can help each other. If someone puts in a question, don't wait for the coach to answer it. If you know the answer, step up in leadership and help others to grow too. And then you can do a live about, hey, this is the question in my business camp came up, and then you can teach other people about that. Do you understand how amazing this is? You learn and doing lives, but at the same time, that is content creation +2.
Yes, the relationships that you're going to make with the sidelines that are in your camp is amazing. I don't know what call I said this on yesterday because there was a million, but the other night I was scrolling through my feed and I saw right in a row, like 3 live videos of campers doing dual lives with Crossline campers, like all at the same time. Like they're just going live together, building relationships together, supporting each other. And so this is a great opportunity for you to work together with your sidelines inside of camp. Also, to kind of add on to what Sasha said about asking questions and helping each other, if it can be Googled, Google it. Does that make sense? Like your coach and your other sidelines in this camp, we're not here to help you know how to go make a post on Instagram when that's something that you can go and Google. Does that make sense? We want to be able to focus on high directive training inside of camp.
Yes. So if there's no more questions, is everyone fired up? Write a 5 in the chat that you're super fired up, that you make yourself proud, that you make your pro champ proud, and that your team will be the team with the biggest growth. What about that? Which team will win?
Oh,
of course,
should we have a
everyone will.
competition between the coaches? How many MVPs come out of camp?
Oh, that's a good one. I love that.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, I think this time we do a test drive, but next time we do that. But okay, I hear from my inner voice, we do that. My inner voice from the kitchen says, no, let's do that. I don't tell you, my inner voice is sometimes a little bit female, but yeah, okay. So we figure that out, who's doing the most MVPs in group. Oh, it's easy to track. Yeah, it's easy to track because end of month. Okay, cool. So we are in for that. Amazing. I love it. Yes. Randy, do you have?
So just to wrap it up, get with your coach, get with whoever invited you to this Zoom. They will get you added to the group or the channel that you need to be part of. Tomorrow is day 1. So make sure that you get added to whatever thing you need to get added to today so that when you wake up in the morning, you will see your daily directive and you'll be able to start rocking and rolling through camp. Also, if you haven't already, there is an image where you can add your face, post it in your story about doing business camp, tag your coach, tag the Empire team on Instagram, and you can use this as a recruiting tool this month, that if they enroll this month with you with all of the recruiting incentives, they can immediately go into the next camp and launch their business with a bang. All right, y'all
Perfect.
ready?
I think everyone is clear. Everything is clear. Yes. Now be excited. Handle your emotions right. Go through it, grow through it, and enjoy it. And yeah, let's rock and roll.
Woo!
Have a good one. Today is start 0, and tomorrow is day 1. So now go out and enjoy. Cut.